Hello everyone and hello Mr. Harvianto. I'm Yesika Primadani. Review and phonology material identification main topic talks about the topic is phonology. It's like the sound system of language that helps us understand how words have different meaning because of their sounds. Main definition of this topic phonology is the study of phonemes, the smells, sound that change meaning, and the rules that cause sound to change in specific contexts. Unlike phonetic, which focus more on the physical production of sound, the purpose of studying this material in class is so we can understand the English language sound system, make our pronunciation more natural, and later be able to analyze dialects or foreign language. It's pretty good for improving linguistic skill. Concept and theory important. The theories or concept introduced. There are phonemes vs allophonemes. Phonemes have different meaning. Allophonemes are just various minimal pairs, word pairs differing by one sound. Phonological rules: assimilation, elision, emphasis, syllable structure, onset nucleus order. Distinctive features: stress, intonation, and sound. What are the key terms to remember? Phonemes, allophone, minimal, pair, neighboring sound absorbing each other, elision, sound loss, emphasis, sound addition, syllable structure, distinctive features, stress, intonation, sounds. Often forget which one, but it's important to remember. How does this concept differ from related concept? Phonology is more about the function of sound for meaning and rules, while phonetic focus on how sound are produced, articulation, acoustic. For example, an allophone is a phonetic variation that does not change the meaning, but is the phonological phoneme that make the difference. Are there any models, diagram, or table that help explain this concept? Phoneme vs minimal pair table that help compare definition and example. Syllable structure can be represented as CVC. Example cat is quite helpful, but I prefer more visual diagram. Example and application. What example are given in class? Minimal pairs are like bed, fish, bed. Assimilation is like grand park, become cream park. Elision is like next day, becoming next day. Hypothesis is like film, becoming film. Distinctive features are like P voices vs P voices. The pronunciation of congratulation is congratulation. Stress is content. Noun is different from adjective, which symbol X is essence to understand. Minimal pairs like bed vs bed are the easiest because you can immediately see the difference. Just one sound changes the meaning. Is not as complicated as other rules. How does this example illustrate the concept in practice? Assimilation is like grandpa showing how sound changes to make speech smoother and more natural, just like we often do unconsciously in our daily language. Can you make another example yourself? Yes, assimilation input becomes input. Elision just become chase. As Advantages hamster becomes hamster. Minimal pair seed vs seed. C vs syllable structure play on CSP nucleus a code. Like to make my own example so it stick better. Relationship between topic. How does this topic relate to favors or other topic? Phonology is very closely related to phonetic because phonetic provide the basic for sound production that we analyze in phonology for meaning. How is phonetic related to phonology? Phonetic explain how sound are produced articulation, acoustic, auditory, which serve as the basic for phonology to analyze sound system and rules. Without phonetic, phonology can distinguish voicing or anything. Difficulties and challenges. Main question would a bit difficult to understand are phonological rules like epenthesis because the addition of sound is intuitive and often cause confusion. Are there any confusion term or concept? Testing filter is a bit abstract and I often make up tone and intonation. Sometimes the examples are quite clear, but I need audio illustration to better understand assimilation. Is the example profits clear enough, or do you need additional illustration? The example is okay, but audio illustration or spectrogram could be really helpful. Lexical variance does directly affect syntax or morphology, but is can through sound change that elder word structure. Conclusion and personal understanding. What is a brief summary of that of learned phonology teaches the sound system of language from phonemes to rules like assimilation with practical example to make pronunciation more natural. What is the most important thing you learned from this material? The importance of phonological rules is to make language efficient and distinguish meaning, such as stress, which can change the meaning of a word. It becomes more aware of how I speak. How can this material be applied in practice or language analysis? It can be used for practicing foreign language pronunciation, analyzing dialects, or even in forensic linguistics. For voice identification is quite useful for linguistic students like me. Suggestion for important does this material needs more example, exercise, or illustration? Yes, it's more self-recording practice and analysis plus more audio. Examples for rules like elision to make it more interactive and not boring. How can you review this material to make it easier to remember? Make flashcards for great keywords. Do daily example exercises and watch video to refocus on one concept. A duration of 2 5 minutes is perfect for a quick review, but add table animation to make it more engaging and easier to remember. I think that it's for me. This material is cool but it needs more practice to. Thank you.